Hey everyone, so today's video is going to be about this new game that Fateless Games is coming out with. It's one that I've mentioned in a prior video. But today we actually got a first look at the gameplay. This is kind of big news, considering that up until this point, what they were releasing were, character models and the aesthetics of the game, which looked really, really good. It was one of the reasons why I was into the game originally, on top of the fact that, the people who are making this game is the person down here in the bottom left. His name's Simon, but he does have a very large YouTube channel covering Raid Shadow Legends, which is how I got to know him, because I used to play that game. I played it for like a year and a half, 2 years. He kept with it. I actually moved on to Awaken Chaos Era, which I liked more. Raid got really greedy, but they had some good bones. Raid Shadow Legends has really good bones, similar to Awaken Chaos Era. Like the games itself are a lot of fun, and they are good, but the problem is anytime that any type of update or progression, to keep the game fresh is kind of installed into the game, it ends up always being some form of cash grab. I haven't found a whole lot of games that have done it right. I have been fairly impressed with Epic 7, but I've only been playing it for 3 or 4 months, so it's still fresh for me. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing from an Epic 7 standpoint, but Raid Shadow Legends and Awaken Chaos Era have certainly missed the mark on some of the implementation of more content. It always ends up going in that direction. So anyway, long story short, this guy Simon, who goes by Hell Hades on his YouTube channel, they decided to make this game. They built a gaming company called Fateless Games. This is not the name of the game. I was a little misinformed by that. It looks like, they have a placeholder name right now called Myths and Legends, which is a pretty cool name. I don't know if they'll keep it, but if they do, I like the game name. It's pretty cool. But the background of that is kind of important, considering, their experience with Raid Shadow Legends. So I think, and based on what I'll show you here with the game preview and what he shows in here, it's very similar to Raid Shadow Legends, which I'm perfectly fine with. The game itself, like I said, was fun outside of the fact that it was the developers are just way too greedy, and Simon and his team, the other people involved in this company, decided to make this company because of the greed that falls in line with this industry, which is really it's kind of heartwarming. But one thing that I'm a little worried about is with these guys getting into this industry, I'm wondering how the P&L is going to come out, because I think a lot of us take for granted sometimes how hard it is to run a company. A lot of us probably have never ran a company, including myself. I've never done that. So you don't really know all of the minor things that go into that. And to keep that company running, you have to make money. So I'm sure there's going to be some people disappointed with this game when it comes to the monetization aspect, but those people, I don't know if you want them to be your customer anyway. I think you need to have people that are willing to spend on the game because it is fun, and then you also have to keep it interactive and enjoyable for free-to-play people that just want to play the game. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do, but without further ado, I just want to show you some of this stuff. He's going through, some of the aesthetics and the character models, which I think look really good. This is top-notch kind of character design, at least from an aesthetic standpoint. This is Odin. Their whole shtick is kind of just having, characters that are interesting in timepieces, within mythology or stories. So it's really cool. So, they have Odin here. They have Leonidas, from 300, Zeus, Ramesses. So some pretty cool characters. They also have a Discord, which I'll probably link down below for you guys to go over to. I think the earlier you get into the Discord, you're a little more active, you participate, maybe you guys have a chance at getting into the beta. I'm really hoping to get into the beta as well, which is why I'm kind of looking to make videos about news on this game. I'd really like to be one of the first ones in and try it, because I've got high hopes for it. So yeah, he's going over character models, which I think are really cool. It seems to be following, similar lines of Awakened Chaos Era and Raid Shadow Legends, which is you have, 3 skills, 4 skills, whether it's passives, whether it's special abilities, things of that nature. So it's the type of combat system that I enjoy. I like turn-based games. It's more strategy. I'm not a huge fan of the open world stuff. A lot of those things tend to be very time consuming. And for someone like me who, has a job, about to have a kid, I'm not going to have a whole lot of time to do those things. So hopefully they can nail some of that stuff down too, the quality of life things. This is another thing that, Simon and other Raid Shadow Legend people that are on his team as well talk about all the time in their videos about Raid Shadow Legends, and I know it's a big thing with Awakened Chaos Era as well. We get a little concerned about how much time it takes to actually just do things, and usually the amount of effort involved to get the rewards for playing aren't worth it. So that's a bit frustrating. So I'm really interested how he does quality of life. I'm really interested to see, how everything ends up working out. But this initial video, I'm pretty impressed with. He just goes through a couple different character models. Like I said, that's Odin. This is like one of the common heroes or rare heroes. He just goes through, their skills and their animations, in here. But there's Leonidas, so that's another one. You saw Odin, you saw Leonidas, and just really great character design. Sometimes there's really, really great games out there with great combat. The devs are really good, but the problem is people can't get into the aesthetics. And this one, they are really prioritizing character design, their models. They want a really cool, lifelike kind of aesthetic, which I'm into. I think a lot of people are going to be into. You definitely get it in Raid Shadow Legends. Very much less in Awakened Chaos Era, but their models are still cool. They're not very cartoonish. I think that's one of the things that maybe people don't like, about Genshin Impact, maybe Epic 7. It's kind of like anime type stuff, which I understand that people can't really get into. It's not my speed either, but the aesthetics of this game is definitely one of the things that is pulling me towards it, along with Simon and his team. Just being a game for the community. So after he goes through all of those things, he shows Ramesses, he shows a couple other character models, which again, very cool. Sorry about that. We will skip through this ad, and then we'll show the gameplay here real quick. So here he jumps into the game. Now, another thing that we need to remember, and he mentions this in the video, and I'll link the video down below as well for you guys to support that over there, that this is all pre-alpha, so this is like the bare bones game. But he did just want to show, how the game's going to work and look, but don't, just take this with a grain of salt. So in this clip, and again, I'll link it, but he shows that there's an auto mode, there's 2x speed mode already, so it's kind of nice. Here you're seeing, health bars, and then this, I believe, is your turn meter. This is very common in Raid Shadow Legends. It's also, something that they show in Epic 7, your turn meter bar, or the turn order bar, which is usually on the left, but this is turn meter. Now, in Raid Shadow Legends and Epic 7, you're able to lap people with your speeds. Some people like that, some people dislike that. In Awakened Chaos era, it's the first person to go, and that's it. You can't really lap anyone. I like that, but I don't know if they're going to do it here. All I know is that this turn meter, the little yellow bar, is the turn meter bar. So very similar to Raid Shadow Legends. I think it's going to be a lot more similar to Raid than it is to other games, but again, I really don't have an issue with that. So he's just showing animations, people going in, doing their skills. They have buffs, debuffs, all mapped out here. So really exciting stuff. This is just like stage 1 of this floor, but then you eventually, jump to stage 2, and then at the end of this stage is the final boss. Here it's a dragon. He also mentions in this video that, the character models are not to scale or anything like that. It's just he wanted to show what the game is going to look like from a very beginning standpoint, bare bones stage. So all of this is going to be fine-tuned. I'm sure the aesthetics are going to look great just based on what we've seen with the character models. So that's already pretty exciting. But yeah, the dragon here is the final boss. He's just kind of zooming in and out, showing you the world that it's built in. So pretty cool, and all the animations. But yeah, overall, guys, like I said, I'm super excited about this game. I was really happy to see that he was showing this today, because I've been wanting to make a video on it, but for the most part, he's just been showing, character models, which is cool, but I just wanted to show the actual game itself to get people a little more excited, see what kind of style game it's going to look like. And yeah, that's basically all I have, just an update on this game. He did mention that a beta may be available by September, which isn't too far away. So that's cool. I'll keep you up to date on this game. I don't know how often I'll be making videos on it. I'll probably combine some things showing different character models or whatever as they update, their news on their end as well, because I don't want to make a video about, just a new character design or anything about that without knowing anything that they do. But for now, this was enough information that I wanted to bring it to you. Like I said, I'll link everything down below. I'll link their Discord. I'll link this video just so you guys can go and support them as well. But that's all I wanted to show you today. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're looking forward to it like I am. And if you have any comments or questions down below, let me know. I'm interested to hear what you guys think, and I'm interested to start interacting with the Fateless Games team as well. So if you have any comments or concerns, it's something that I could probably forward on if you guys don't want to join their Discord or anything like that. So anyway, appreciate it, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.